Hi, Veronica.
Hi, Isabel.
How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm okay. It's nice to see you again and Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you. You too.
I just want to make sure you have everything you need for the
Yes, I'm all
session.
ready. I have pens, water, coffee, and the phone on non-disturb, Like
Thank
these
you.
days, it's just like you need to press buttons to quiet your phone.
That's very thoughtful of you, and I really appreciate that. And again, thank you for taking the time for the session, Veronica.
Thank you.
We had sessions before, but just to double check again, if you see me scrubbling, are you okay if I take some notes?
Of course.
So we have about 30 minutes. What would you like to focus on today?
Um, I think I was thinking about something like momentum.
Hmm.
I feel a little bit like I've got some really positive energy yesterday, and I feel a little bit like I'm developing some strategies. It's almost like I've been unconsciously experimenting with things to develop strategies for my own resilience. It's like almost like I've struggled with like motivation or procrastination or
Yeah.
something, some sort of lack of belief that what I do is meaningful, stuff like that. And bit by bit, I've just kind of been sorting it out, just like, oh, maybe I should listen to that, or maybe a podcast, or maybe a book, or maybe something on YouTube. It's like, oh, maybe I should just do sports, or maybe. And I think I just like I've been doing things, or maybe this, maybe that, and sometimes it didn't work. And I think sometimes it was like putting me down actually, like just like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, nothing works then, and I'm just this.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a negative person. And I have a sense of that I figured out a lot of things actually, like, oh, actually this works. Oh, that worked. It's like, and
Yeah.
and I think it's like taken such a long time. I'm talking like maybe even like a whole year, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I've gone through a lot of change, changing my careers. It's almost like it's almost like adaptation, actually, now that I'm talking about it. It's
Mm.
not that life was the same
Yeah.
and I was developing strategies for what it was. No, I think there was a big change in my life
Yeah.
and I needed to readjust. I actually call it the pivot year because
Sorry, it's
the pivot year.
the pivot here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I found this book that I really love, that's its
Yeah.
title, and it's like resonated with me so much. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my God, this is my year, like the pivot year. It's like when I've changed so much. 2025, which I think was really hard. And
Yeah.
I think now looking back, like when you look back, you have better perspective on things. It's so much easier to look back.
Yeah.
And and I feel a little bit like, actually, I think I have some strategies. Actually, I've done a few things that went well, or like maybe they didn't go well, but they're working now. Like whatever is happening, like they're working now. And I see the effects of my hard work, right?
Yeah.
And I feel a little bit like, I don't even know. I feel a little bit lightweight. I feel a little bit like more motivated and excited. And I've identified this a little bit of how I work, right? Like this is
Yeah.
the self-improvement, self-development that we do all the
Yeah.
time as coaches, as
Yeah.
coaching each other, right? A little bit of like I'm learning more about myself, how I work, what I need, forget everyone else, like forget what they say on the internet, it's just like, and sometimes it's the weirdest things.
Yeah.
Like yesterday I was talking to a client and and we got to the point that she actually didn't know how to measure her energy levels. She was just like, well, I don't know. And I was like, well, it's okay. Maybe you don't know because you've never done it, it's fine. But what can you do to find out? Like how you
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
measure your energy levels so you can adjust your day, productivity, blah, blah, right? And as I was talking to her, I realized that actually I know how it works for me. And I was like, oh, it's my eyes. I remember it kind of gets blurry and I feel this pressure in my head. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm tired, you know? It's
Yeah.
like, some things work, like some reflections, the coaching that we do,
Yeah.
it's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And I think I felt really tired all last year,
Mm.
really tired, sleeping loads and now I'm like, well, maybe I have been working hard, like super
Yes.
hard, maybe
Yes.
even super hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know what to talk about, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, just, I don't know. In 30 minutes, um, I don't know. I just want to keep this going,
Okay.
right? Like I
Yeah.
just want to sustain it.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm trying to say like, oh, it's been so kind of
Yeah.
like after a whole difficult year,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, suddenly I'm feeling great today. I'm like, what
Yes.
can I do to make it last?
Yeah.
Um, Maybe that's just the goal for the session. Like, what can I do to make it last? What are maybe think a little bit like what are those things that are working? Because I'm talking about them,
Right.
but
Yes.
maybe it's not that clear. Like,
Yes.
what have I actually been doing?
Yeah.
Mm, I think there are like two ways to look at this.
Yeah.
There's one thing is that I struggled with things and I found strategies to help myself go through it.
Yeah.
But that's like the energy of it is quite low, right? So I'm kind of like negative or like depressed. And I'm like trying to build myself up, right? That's one thing. But I want a little bit more like, no, what is making me feel great, right? So I don't
Yeah.
want to talk about sustaining myself through difficulties. I would like to talk about what is making me feel so good today. Like,
Yes.
literally.
Yes, yes,
Mm.
yes, yes. So I'm picking up that you've been reflecting and you mentioned about change and the pivot year. Am I
Mm.
correct?
Yeah.
And you are, with this reflecting, what I was picking up that your energy is different and
Mhm.
you are asking yourself, what are the things that are actually working for me? Am I correct?
Yeah, like not just even working for me, energizing me. What are the
Energizing me.
things that like make me so?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's almost like what have I done that has
Mhm.
worked so well that I have such good energy today? That's literally.
Okay,
Mm,
okay.
yeah.
So we're starting the session with a question. It's a big, big question. So what do you think we could look into more closely to make this a good session for you?
Um, well, uh, uh, I don't know, it's about thinking. It's always about thinking for me. Always about the mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm talking about is not this, it's like even if these are like physical things that I'm doing, for example, sports, right? I always go back like, well, how has it worked on my mind? Like,
Yeah,
how has it worked? And of course, it's connected, right? The body and the mind, probably endorphins, blah, 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 right? But it's like, I guess, I think it's obvious for me, and maybe it's not obvious when I just talk like that. For me,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
about the mind, like the
yeah.
positivity. So I talk about energy, but it's the positivity that I have right now. Um, And it has something to do with that contentment. It's something to do with a sense of achievement, but it comes from a job well done. That these were my words. A job well done that gave me just satisfaction is a word.
Mm-hmm.
Satisfaction. Well, maybe that's a little bit about it. What gives me satisfaction?
Okay.
Because I think that's what I meant for this like positive energy. What gives me satisfaction?
What keeps me satisfaction? Yeah.
It's definitely something I realize. It's not necessarily when I do things perfectly. It's just a little bit like I see my progress, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just that I've done progress and I see the effect of my hard work. Literally,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see the effects of my hard work, positive effects.
Yes.
And I
So,
have this
yeah.
strong sense of like, oh, that's so good. And it's not perfect at all. No
Yeah.
problem that it's not perfect. Doesn't I have no problem with that. I know exactly what I could have done better, right? And then
Mm.
I wrote down all the things like I'm thinking tennis now. And I wrote down literally in my journal, I wrote down all the things that my coach said I should work on, right?
Yeah.
So technically, you could have gonna go negative about that and be like, oh my God, so much work to do.
Yeah.
But I'm just like so content that job well done. I'm doing this. I'm hitting these balls so hard, and I see it in coaching now too. After practicing so long coaching and questions and all sorts of reading books and now I'm like, oh, like these sessions, they actually go well now. And now the people leave the session and it's like my one of the clients sent me, I sent them an email saying, oh, would you want a book recommendation? And she just randomly said back, hey, I feel great after our session. I was just like,
Yeah.
she feels great. It gave me just satisfaction.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Mm.
So, as you said, you mentioned about mindset and also what keeps me satisfaction. If this was a 10 out of 10 session, Veronica,
Yeah.
how would you know?
Like I want a list, like bullet points
Mm-hmm.
of things that work well now. Things that
Mm.
I'm doing that work well. Because for that satisfaction, it's that mindset. I have to be in the positive mindset.
Yeah.
And I have this sense of like the affirmations, honestly, the affirmations literally have changed my life. I did not believe in affirmations at all. I was like, well, you can repeat
Mm.
things to yourself. How many things people say to me, and I do
Yeah.
not take it in. They could telling me how amazing I am, and I just do not take it in, right? And I was just like, what's these affirmations? Honestly, I think that's my bullet list.
Yeah.
Affirmations.
Affirmations.
They help me fall asleep. When I'm in bed, I have this same, honestly, I've developed a habit. It's magic. When you develop a habit, it's magic. It's automatic, right? The moment I turn the light off and I have my head on a pillow, my brain just goes like this affirmation on repeat, and I fall asleep in seconds.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like the best, when they talk about your brain needs certain cues or like
Yeah. Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
something. Even in tennis, like when people do serve, the motion is so difficult. They have like a whole routine before they serve, I'm
Yeah.
like, I have this affirmation that is a habit now. I've done it so many times that
Yeah.
I'm just automatically repeating it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think coaching and meditation. So definitely coaching, but me being coached and meditation
Meditation.
is what helped me be able to be aware, to pause and catch myself when I have negative self-talk,
Yeah.
when I worry, ruminate, whatever the negative pattern might be. I think I have developed through practice, but really long, long, regular, constantly practicing. I see it before the tennis session. I'm like, oh, what if this, what if that? Or I'm probably the weakest in the group. I
Yeah.
signed up for intermediate and I was worried that I'm not at that level yet.
Yeah.
And I caught myself and I was like, no, I am not going to do this. My tennis is my fun, it's my hobby. I love doing this. I'm not going there to be about performance and negativity. And it
Yeah.
worked wonders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something is just, but it's the self-talk a lot.
Right.
A lot. Sometimes I think sometimes I talk to myself aloud actually in my car. I think I talk to myself aloud actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's something coaching, but me being coached.
Being
So I
coached.
wrote down affirmations, me being coached, and meditation that has this long-term effect. It's not that
Mm,
I just meditated now and I feel better, sure, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
calms
yeah,
down, whatever, for now. But I believe it's got like something bigger about that that gives me room, gives me headspace, gives me room to pause. So I can actually find that in me. It's like magic, honestly.
yeah, yeah,
It's magic. If everyone could do that, I am so passionate about meditation that I think it's gonna be a part of my business, actually.
yeah.
I think it's gonna be a big part. And I'm almost like, you know what I was going to say? I was going to say, if everyone knew that this could be possible for them, to be able to stop certain patterns, stop themselves. No, you don't need anyone. You stop yourself with certain things and
Yeah,
you can shift it, and that changes your life in such positive ways that you couldn't even think of. If people knew that, it's for free, you know?
yeah.
I'm a little bit like, well, I feel passionate almost to be like, I want to tell people, you know?
Yes.
Like people think meditation is some weird thing, right?
Yeah.
Um, so Um, it's definitely the things that had long-term effect on me. So I'm gonna write down so meditation. I have apps, and these
Mm,
apps worked wonders. Honestly, I love them. I just open an app and I'm like, well, today I'm negative. I need positive affirmations. I'm like
mm,
abundance mindset or like dealing with something. And there's just a video of positive something,
yeah.
not a video, a guided meditation. Love it. But I'm thinking podcasts.
Mm-hmm. Is
So
that part
podcast.
of the list, Veronica?
Yeah, I'm writing down podcasts and books
Yeah.
because they change my insight, they change my view, perspective.
Mm, mm,
So powerful. And I think it's long term. These
yeah.
are the things I've been doing for months and years, for months and I would say even years, that lead me to realize, oh, when I'm negative, actually, I can do this.
Hmm.
Or opposite. When I'm positive and I want inspiration, actually, when I'm positive, I'm like, I'm so inspired.
Yeah.
I feel good today. Can you see this? I'm
I'm
just like,
Look, I'm picking up your energy. I'm really am, and I'm so excited for you.
I just hope it lasts. Like I'm on high, I'm telling you. It's just like,
And I wonder when you said that your goal was to have this bullet point list of things are working for you,
Mhm.
and we already mentioned a couple of them. What do you think is about having this list that is important to you now in your life?
Well, I think it's two things.
Mm,
I'm not making a list of things that are not working that I need to fix, right?
yeah.
So it's a positive mindset of actually what is going well. Funny that because I literally wrote down on a piece of paper to myself, why don't you focus on things that are going well? And I stuck it to my wardrobe. So I see it every morning when I wake up
Mm,
and every evening when I go to sleep. So it's funny that I'm focusing on the things that are going well.
yeah.
But it's positive,
Yeah.
but it makes me it reminds me two things that I work hard sometimes on things where the results might not be obvious, but actually long term,
Yeah.
I feel like magic. I feel like it's magic. I'm like
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's actually work. It's been work for a long time. The moments when I remember so many moments, it's almost like something in me is stopping me from meditating. It's almost like, no, I can't be bored. I don't know. It's like, and I remember even like having to fight that. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna turn it up now, Veronica, stop.
Yeah.
I will get to the point when I would out talk myself from doing something. So I'm like, this is all work. And I've been tired last year. I've been so
Yeah.
tired. and I did not see results of my work, and it's like it felt negative, but I kept going. I kept going with all of those things. With tennis for sure. And I just kept going with the podcast, with the books, with meditation, with coaching, with
Mm.
affirmation. I kept going to help myself through difficult situations, I guess. But now it's like we're turning it into positive. So for me, it's a reminder. What do I need to keep doing? What do I
Yeah.
need to keep doing to stay positive? Whether it's through positive times or negative times, whatever it
Yes,
is.
yes,
What
yes.
we're identifying is actually not short-term things, not what's going to help me now,
Yeah,
but things, things that require practice.
yeah.
All of those things, including tennis, they require, so it has to be through a prolonged period of time regularly. And it doesn't even have to, it's like if you asked me how many times a week I do this or that, I don't even know. But
Mm.
I kept going, right?
Yes, yes.
Mm.
Can I make an observation?
Please, yeah.
Because what I'm picking up, as you said, is that there was a build-up of things that you have been doing for a while. And
Mm.
maybe there were times that probably you were not very inclined, but you took yourself out of it and you kept going.
Mm.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
And now, as you said, you are seeing something about all those small decisions, and there is something about momentum and putting things in practice. Am
Yeah.
I correct?
Yeah. I'm just writing down momentum.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, what do you think is this Veronica that kept going when maybe in the past she didn't see the immediate results? What is this Veronica that kept going and now is noticing some changes?
Well, there is only one word at the moment that comes to mind, and it's just simple resilience.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it's almost like you have nothing left. But it's almost, you know, it's a little bit of desperation, I think. And I think I'm getting emotional actually.
yeah,
I read this thing somewhere on social media. It said something like, um, if you want to become this person, the best thing you can do is give yourself no option. Like almost. And I read this and I was like, shit, it's like my life gave me this. That I had no option because so when I finished my PhD, I was applying for jobs in
yeah,
research.
yeah,
And at some point, I was like, no, I don't think this is gonna work. Not even if it works for now, it's not gonna work long term, whatever. And I always had a sense of like it's like life directed me that way. I always had a sense of like, no, I loved working in the lab. I'm like, this is such a people around me were shocked. They were like, what do you mean you're not? I'm like, you're changing your careers. I was like, well, I love working in the lab, but the system doesn't work for me. And I think I just got to the point when it's like, when you like dip, when you're at the bottom.
yeah.
It's like you have the only thing you can do is just keep going. Otherwise, I don't know, you just become homeless or addicted or something, right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
So I felt a little bit like, well, I had to keep going because I dropped everything. I felt like I dropped my plans for career in research.
yeah,
And I went for this, and it's like everything was on this now. Like
yeah,
everything depends on this success. So I just felt a little bit like I had no choice. So I needed to keep going,
yeah,
you know? And it still is that way. And I think maybe it has a lot to do with just business owners in general. I bet
yeah.
there's so many business owners who have these struggles and everything. It's their business, and if they fail, then the business fails, and then they have no money to pay the bills.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, so yeah, I think it's a little bit of just life, and a little bit, for sure, resilience. But
Resilience.
that resilience, I think I've built it during my PhD. I think that's
Yeah,
obvious.
yeah, yeah.
That's obvious.
Yeah.
I even said to my sister, she asked me, how is this business thing going? And I said to her, it's tough. And I said to her, I have a sense like I was starting my PhD all over again. Because
Yeah,
that first year of your PhD is so tough. Like you're messy, you don't know where you're going, you feel like you know nothing. And
yeah,
I'm just like, oh my God, I'm back to this again. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just learning a lot,
absolutely.
acquiring information as much as possible and trying to figure out what I can do with this information to
Yeah, yeah.
deliver results. So, and I've been listening to this podcast about grit. Yeah, what's her name? Duckworth, her surname is. She
Hmm.
wrote that book, Grit. And so she was talking a lot about that passion and resilience. That's what she believes
Yeah,
grit is. So it's definitely that grit that I do have in me. I'll just keep going. And it has something to do with my training actually, with
absolutely.
difficulty that I've already gone through.
Absolutely.
It's just that when you're in it, it's so difficult. When you're
Yeah.
in it, you're in it. It's not like you have a helicopter view and you're just like, oh, it's fine. It's just for now. But I have all my walls. I have written positive affirmations that give me not necessarily positive affirmations, but something that gives me perspective.
Yeah.
So like I have the one of the biggest ones is this too shall pass. And it's something that I seen Tom Hanks talking about. But I think it actually comes from American president. I think it's American president that said this. And something about the fact that things come and go, and it's a
Yeah.
natural way
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
life. So when you're in your negative state, if you just can remember a little bit, this too shall pass. This will pass, the positive pass, everything passes. It's just time. It's just the way it is, right? So, it's nice to be positive
Absolutely.
after a hard year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what I'm picking up, and tell me what you think, is almost like you are reflecting of the all the hard work you've done
Mhm.
and maybe things that at the time you didn't see as I mentioned before, the short-term results. Now you have this overview of where you are going. And you mentioned about even the PhD, that there was something about the PhD that you are seeing even happening now with the coaching. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. How can you help people develop those practices and make them believe that this will long for work for them long term? They may not see effects now,
Yeah.
but you have to, it would be like, well, you can see effects in 2 years, maybe. Like, because it's up and down and it's difficult to
Absolutely.
develop a habit.
Yeah.
Mm, mm.
And you said that you recognize your resilience, your grit, and you also mentioned the importance of your mindset. So, what is your mindset now as you are in this journey, even with the coaching? What is your mindset that will help you?
Um, the one thing for sure is that oh, it's just escaped my head. Something to do, you remember in our previous sessions, I said this motto, trust it's fine. It's a little bit of like trust in some higher powers, trust in
Yeah,
something, the way life is. It's that affirmation that trust that you're exactly where you're meant to be, right? And it's so hard. It took me ages to get there, but I'm like, I do keep repeating this to myself.
yeah,
Um, because yeah, because I do the work. If you're sat down not doing anything and you say to yourself, Trust you're
yes.
exactly where you're meant to be." But I am a hard worker. I always have been, so I don't kind of have to worry about that, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. I know you, and I can, yeah, I agree with you because I think, tell me if I'm correct, I think has to do also with your values. that there is something about just showing up. And we mentioned that before of the showing up. Um,
Showing up for sure. Um, when you mention values, what comes to my mind is one of the biggest one, core value would be harmony for me.
yeah,
And that harmony is super strong, super strong. And it's like, for me, it's like if you imagine in your head the wheel of life, I'm like, that's my harmony. Like everything is working in a flow up and down a little bit,
yeah, yeah,
but it's everything. And I have this really so strong sense of I need to stay healthy.
yeah,
So, like things go nuts. I have no job, no income or whatever, but I have to stay healthy. Like it's just I
yeah,
will not sacrifice my sleep and food. Like it's just not gonna
absolutely.
happen. And I sometimes felt like almost bad. I was felt like, well, actually, why can't I? They work 10 hours. Why can't I work 10 hours? But because it was against that core value, I just couldn't.
Yeah,
I was just like, no, I'm tired. I'm tired. I need to go home, rest, and I'll work again tomorrow.
absolutely.
Spent my whole PhD against what everyone else around me was doing. And being like, no, I need to have my food healthy and I need to do this and I'm
Yeah,
not staying late. So values for sure. Something about that harmony has to do with that resilience for sure. Yeah.
absolutely.
You know what? You know what it is? It's integrity.
Mm, integrity, it's a big one.
Someone said that to me
Yeah,
because there was a moment when I could have got a job in research and now I withdrew from application. And I said, sorry, but I don't think it's a good fit for me, which I had never ever done before. If the job market is scarce, you do not say no to a job. But I did. It was so profound. And I said, well, I couldn't go there and pretend that I'm happy and I like the job, when in fact I knew that that job wasn't going to work for me. And someone said to me, wow, like not many people have that strong sense of integrity. And I was like, yeah, there's something about integrity for me that it's just like, it's like I protect it at all costs. Like really strong. Like I won't abandon it.
yeah. So, yeah, what is coming up for me, and you tell me what you feel, is a lot of reflecting. And I wonder, with this conversation we had so far, what has been helpful to you?
I think we often have reflections. It's the way I think that, isn't it? Deep processing of everything, high sensitivity and so on. But I think it's for the first time in a really, really long time, it's just positive. Like it's just everything we talk, the moment we started, the moment we finish, there's no like, oh, I have this problem and it goes down,
Yeah,
and I'm like, what can I do to build myself up? A little bit like, usually
yeah.
that's how it happens, right?
Mm,
And I just have this sense of like positive vibes. We show up positive, we look at positives, reflect on positive things that happened, but the things I've done well rather than what I've done wrong,
yeah,
just
yeah,
and to be honest, I feel like this is why I became a coach in the first place. I want a 10. Like I'm so ambitious. I'm like, I do not want a 6 or 7. I want 8, 9, 10. This is my goal. And I want that in health. I want that with my sports. I want joy. And I'm like, and I'm not satisfied with 6. Just no. Like that's struggling. That's like mediocre.
yeah, yeah.
So it's important for me to be that way. So then it can be infectious to other people. If I want to be that coach,
Mm,
that motivational kind of coach. It's a little bit, I actually wrote down in my journal at some point that I'm a little bit like Mel Robbins in that sense. That energy,
yeah,
positive. I'm very energetic generally.
yeah.
You can see that in sports too. So for me, it's important if I can be in this state. I think that works on everything because everything will improve. Relationships, positive mindset will improve your relationships, productivity, outcomes, blah, blah, blah. I think it can help with my business to run it from the positive, the hard mode rather than negative, I don't know, spiral,
Yeah,
anxious,
yeah, yeah.
something stressful thing. It shines, through your work, but I think it's the creativity it gives me the energy, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go through this book now. I'm like, I have so much energy. I'm like, I'm gonna smash it. So it's just so nice to look at my notes after the session and be like, wow, great work, Veronica. Job well done, job
Yeah,
well done. But also look at something big things like values and integrity, just like grit over years.
absolutely.
And and it's nice. It's just nice. That just simply joyful, right? Like there's no problem there. Like
Yeah.
it's nice.
Mm. And I want to celebrate you for that. If you don't mind me to say, I've been following this journey with you, and I am so joyful to see the hard work. Uh,
Hmm.
Almost like, as you said today, that you are seeing the hard work you put coming to fruition. So I just want to celebrate you for that, Veronica.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I can't get negative. I'm just like, yeah, it's all cool. I'm just like, I wrote down hard work pays off, and it makes me kind of think about the pain I've gone through. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just don't go there today. I don't know. I'm not just, nah, nah, that's past. I've done that. Now it's good.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
don't know if I'm
celebration.
it's some weird. If you asked me if something actually happened, like I got a client that paid loads of money, or like someone, I don't know, like if something major happened, I'm like, no, just small things.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
just small things.
Mm.
Thank you.
You look, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Is that a good place to end?
Yeah, so positive.
Well, I feel very contagious by your energy, so thank you as
I
well for
hope so.
today.
I hope so. Thanks.
Thank you, Veronica.